FOC.
What's going on, everybody? Sorry I created the stream a little late, so you didn't get any notification that it was happening. So my apologies there. But as Phil says in the chat here, happy August of, I believe 1972 is right. I don't 100% know what year it is anymore, but, you know, one of those years. And grab Conan's for cheap. Yeah. Well, welcome in everybody who is here already, and Phil knows where to find me. And I know where to find you guys on a Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's here. So as we get started, I'm sure more people come in realizing what's going on, but I know there's also a lot of people over at Terrificon this weekend, so they will be catching the rewind, I'm sure. So we'll get it kicked off here with the Lunar stuff as always, because Lunar's Final Order Cutoff is due today. Final Order Cutoff being the last date that your retailer can go ahead and put their orders in for these books. So 8/1 today is the last date for these books for Lunar. We got DC and Scout Comics in the Lunar Cutoff. So let's kick it off here with Action Comics 1034. Philip Kennedy Johnson, Becky Cloonan, Michael Conrad doing writing on this for between the main story and the backup story for Midnighter. And Daniel Sampier, Michael Avon Omig doing interior arts, and Daniel Sampier on this cover here. There is a cover B by Julian Totino Tedesco here. And then we have an 80th anniversary, 100-page super spectacular one shot for Aquaman with lots of different artists and writers in this. We just had a big anniversary for Green Arrow, and Wonder Woman's also, I think, on her 80th anniversary. So all these DC characters are hitting milestones. I wonder, are they doing? Yeah, they're doing the different years as well here: 1940s, 50s, 60s. So lots of different variants: 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, 2010s. So hitting up all those years, and we got DM Nerdy in the house station. Welcome in. And welcome in, Astro Wizard. Give us the news. Yeah. We are looking at Lunar right now as you guys are getting in. Yeah, we'll see. I got a little bit of a look through previews. There's some good stuff in Diamond this week for the non-DC stuff. DC, I didn't catch too much as I was looking through, but we do have some ongoings here. Batman Reptilian by Garth Ennis and Liam Sharp. I've been hearing some good things about this one, and this kind of mysterious creature going through Gotham and killing. We got the Riddler, the Penguin. It got Deadshot, Hugo Strange, Two-Face, Tweedledee, and Tweedledum, killing a lot of people. So this is a cool little mystery here. I might actually want to read this later as a trade paperback. We do have a 1 in 25 Mitch Gerard's variant here. I really don't know. I mean, I can see the Batman logo there a little bit, but it's not that great. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, just people saying hi to each other. We got Batman Superman number 21. Like I always say about this one, I've heard nothing but good things with this one, especially Copy 801 is always out there talking up this one here. Swarm of the Supermen. Looks like we got some robotic Supermen here. And Jean Luen Yang writing, Ivan Reis on the art, and Rodolfo Migolari on the cover here. We got Neighbor to the North joining us here. What's going on? Welcome in. Next up is this cover B by Kari Andrews. Nice little Batman, Robin, and Superman cover there. And then Checkmate issue number 3 of 6 will be halfway through the miniseries by Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev, that's such a great team. That's how I got into Daredevil, was because of that team right there. So this is one I think later I might pick up in a trade as well. Well, I'm glad you're here, Phil. This is a good way to wake up, right? T. Ravis is here. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, great cover there with Green Arrow. And then we have a cover B by Matt Taylor. I love that, the kind of breakdown there. Different characters, I think, or maybe the same one, just broken apart there. And then Detective Comics 1042. Dan Mora on the cover art, and Mariko Tamaki doing the main story with a backup story about the road to Task Force Z by Matthew Rosenberg. Victor Bogdanovic on the interior art, and Max Raynor doing the backup story here. I'm hearing a lot about this Task Force Z thing coming up, and we're getting some previews into that with these backup stories. So it should be an interesting event with Batman. Let's see what else we got going on. Astro Wizards loving the Robin and Nightwing series. I hear nothing but good things about Nightwing, and I've been told repeatedly I need to read it. So that's another one that will end up one day being read in a trade once I catch up on my other trades and it comes out. Dan Mora, yeah, his art is awesome. I love that he's getting to do more stuff and getting a little bit more recognition there. We have a cover B by Lee Bermejo here as well, which is pretty cool Target kind of cover there. And then we got Harley Quinn issue number 6 with Catwoman on the cover there. So Stephanie Phillips still writing, and art still interior by Lara Braga, with covers by Riley Rossmo. I thought Rossmo was doing interiors before, actually, though, in addition to the covers. So that might be a change. If you know, let me know in the chat if it's something different going on there. But I thought Rossmo was doing interiors and the cover. Let's see. We got more love for the Robin series. Phil's reading Nightwing. Is there a good starting number? Robin just started. I think it's on issue number 4 or so right now. So just pick up issue number 1 with that one. Nightwing, I've been told to start when Tom Taylor takes over, which I think was 78. So I'll be looking for that first volume of his work collected. Enjoying Harley Quinn as well, getting the Chew variants. Yeah, I've been enjoying the Chew variants more. I have not been reading it though. And this is like, I think my DC reading is going to become a read through trades as I start reading a little bit more of it. But because this $4.99 price tag for these Derek Chew covers, that starts to add up when I could get 5 or 6 issues in a trade for $15-20. Save a little bit of money there. Yay, Robin. 78 for Nightwing. And Real Rude 6 is here. What's going on? We also have a cover C Riccardo Federici Suicide Squad variant here with Harley, King Shark, and I'm blanking on who that is. It's Michael Rooker's character, though. I remember that. Also, this came out this week, issue number 1. So issue number 2 is on cutoff today. Icon and Rocket, season 1, issue number 2, with a Taran Clark cover. Reginald Hudlin writing this with Doug Brathwaite and Andrew Curry on the interior arts. I did not get to read this one this week. I was really thinking about it. I kind of flipped through and ended up deciding not to pick it up. But Let me know in the chat if you guys are reading this one, if it's something that you are interested in. I am reading Static. Just got issue number 2 of that, and that was great. So I think I do kind of want to see more of the Milestone universe. This maybe I have to read this in trade as well. Infinite Frontiers on to issue number 5 of 6. Josh Williamson writing. Lots of people doing the interior arts here with Mitch Gerards on the cover here. I really don't know what's been going on in this, but I have been hearing, again, great things on this story. Well, I haven't heard, there's not many DC stories right now that I'm hearing bad things. So that's a good sign for DC storytelling. Other than the fact that, Batman's like in everything. That's the only thing that I hear negative about the DC stories. We do have Roy Harper in this story. Barry Allen. It looks like we got some Green Lantern action here as well. And we have a cover C here. John K. Snyder doing this cover for Suicide Squad movie as well. Another King Shark cover there. We got a trade paperback for Death Metal. And we got some Scout books here. We've got Little Guardians issue number 1. This is from the Scoot imprint. It is a non-stop title also, so that means that you'll get issue 1 you can get for $1.99. And then you can enjoy extra material with these reprinted pages, followed by the entire story collected soon after in a volume 1. So we will have a full volume of this at some point. I don't think this is one that I had added to my pool. No. And I'm probably going to try to keep it that way so I don't start reading too many books again. But it does look interesting for younger readers looking for some like fantasy style genre writing here. Moving on, we also have from Scout Locust, issue number 4 of 8 from Massimo Rossi and Alex Nieto. I really am enjoying this one. I think this is a Scout title you guys should be picking up. Let's see real quick. Infinite Frontier is one you need to be a bit familiar with DC in general. Some of what's going on in Infinite Frontier plays on past DC titles. Okay, so Infinite Frontier would not be a book for me. And that is okay. But yeah, Locust, highly recommend reading this one. Massimo Rossi's doing some excellent writing recently. And I've not read anything that I don't enjoy by him. So it's one I am highly recommending. Mr. Miracle, The Source of Freedom, issue number 4 of 6. Yannick Paquette on this cover A. Brandon Easton writing, Fico Ossio on the interior arts. And I hear, again, Mr. Miracle stories have been just top-notch. Let's see here. Lots were worried about DC's future when Future State was rolling out, plus the Diamond stuff, but I'm buying more DC than Marvel. Yeah, I think they've been able to, like, the Future State stuff, people were not super big fans of overall, but there were some great stories in there that they were able to take into the next wave of stuff, the Infinite Frontier stuff. And so I think that's actually ended up helping them. There is a cover B Juniba cardstock here. Looks like Russian nesting doll kind of thing going on. Mullet Cop, yeah. I did get the ash can of Mullet Cop from the Scout box that I've been getting. And it was okay. I don't feel like it told me enough, but it looks like this is it's a 60 pages of story for $6.99. It looks like it's an oversized story, maybe just a one-shot story then. I'm probably going to pass just because the ash can didn't hook me. It's all art and story by Tom Lintern. But I mean, it was a very interesting concept. After a near-death experience, Mall Cop goes undercover as a manager at an all-you-can-eat buffet. With the help of his coworkers and a supercomputer microwave called MITT, he takes on crime boss Robo Granny and her gang of thugs. I mean, super cool concept. Did not hook me on the ash can. TM Nerdy saying DC has been amazing. They all feel connected. Yeah, Comics Talk Weekly. Also loving Locust. Yeah, I think that's one of the best Scout titles. Besides that and Stake are really books that I'm super into right now. And speaking of Robin, we were talking about earlier, issue number 5 is on cutoff. So 4 issues are out currently. And Rumble of the Robins, we get Nightwing showing up in here as well. All the different Robins here. They're trying to bring him back to Gotham and to his family. But he plans to win the Lazarus tournament and refuses to return. We have a cover B Francis Manapal cardstock variant here of our new character, whose name is escaping me. I'm sure someone will say it in the chat there. We've got Ruby Justice League, issue 5 of 7. Interesting crossover here with a cover by Mirka Andolfo. Stories being written by Marguerite Bennett and Stephanie Pepper. Stephanie Pepper doing the interior arts here. Flatline, yeah. There we go. Thank you, Railroad 6. Sunday, Robin Rumble. Yeah. There's a cover B for this Ruby Justice League crossover here by Simone DeMeo. That actually looks a lot different than his usual art. That's really cool. Moving on, we have Superman 78, number 1 of 6. So it looks like we're looking back into the times of director Richard Donner's Superman. So we know we have the Batman. Is it Batman 7? I don't think it's Batman 78 also. It's Batman some other year. I forget. Looking at the Batman from those certain movies, and now we're getting kind of a look back at the Superman stuff too. I didn't even hear about this one coming out. There is a cover B cardstock here as well, like always with DC books. And a 1 in 25 Wilfredo Torres design cardstock variant, which is pretty interesting. I wanted to say 98, but that felt too late. Is it 88? River 6 is enjoying the Robin run. Yeah. Got some trades in here as well. And then we have Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue number 2. This is the new series by Tom Taylor that just started this week. John Timms on the art. John Kent now dons his father's cape, but can he be Superman and still have a normal life? It's tough in this modern world. Danger is everywhere. This new Superman learns this the hard way on his first day of college, and a deadly attack forces him to step from the shadows and into the spotlight, where his identity is exposed to the truth, an activist news machine ready to upset everything. Let's see. Okay, 89. There we go. Thank you. I knew someone was going to have it. Yeah, that's what we were talking about here, TM Nerdy. Superman 78, which is what was making me think of Batman 89. So it's interesting that they're taking those like step backs to those old movies and continuing the stories there. Comic Stock Weekly loved first season of Titans on TV because of the Robins, but couldn't take Hawk and Dove, so fell off. I heard some character designs were not great with some of the characters. I don't know about Hawk and Dove in particular, but I have also heard the most compelling part of the story is the the Robin, like Nightwing, Red Hood kind of storylines there. So yeah, 89 sounds right. So let's keep it moving. There is a cover B cardstock by In-Huk Lee. That's actually pretty cool art by him there. I haven't seen him do kind of that style before. And there's a cover C for the Suicide Squad movie as well. And we'll move into Tart Devils and Demagogues issue number 1 from Scout Comics, Kevin Joseph writing. Tart Acid is used to working alone. However, when she finds herself sneaking past Nazi guards at the 1936 Berlin Olympics or facing off against the firstborn son of the King of Hell, she realizes how important it is to have a team around her. I've been hearing good things about the Tart series in general. There is a Kickstarter going on for Tart right now where you can get all of the Tart books, which is probably what I'm going to do. But you can also pick up the singles straight from Scout. So got a mix of options there. See, I heard Beast Boy was actually one of the character designs that was not that great. But I could be wrong. But yeah, hey, if that gives you appreciation for Beast Boy, that's good. And you are starting up action to follow authority. Okay. Teen Titans issue number 6, or Teen Titans Academy issue number 6, rather, when an entire town in upstate New York turns on the students of Teen Titans Academy, where the adult Titans are on a mission. Gorilla Greg, Chupacabra, and the other new students find themselves fighting for their lives against a chaotic mob. But is there something driving their madness more than just intolerance? Probably. Cover B by Steve Lieber here with Gorilla Greg, which is just such a funny character name. And that takes us into Wonder Girl issue number 3, Joelle Jones writing and drawing this one. Ensnared by Eros. Let the training commence. Now crowned Eros champion, Yara needs to start acting like one. Enter Eros, the goddess's favorite grandson and the god of love. Can she resist his charms long enough to master her unpredictable new powers? There is a cover B here by Matteo Scalera. And I've been hearing, again, the Wonder Girl series has been amazing. Yeah, TM Nerdy loving that. Yeah, I haven't watched it. It's just what I've heard from others, that the character design is not great for Beast Boy. Yeah, it was a great cover A for Yara, the Wonder Girl book there. And that takes us into Wonder Woman. Becky Cloonan writing the main story with Michael Conrad, and Jordi Belair doing the backup story for Adventures of Young Diana. Travis Moore doing the main story art with Paulina Ganashu doing the backup story art, and Travis Moore doing this awesome cover here. Between all the Wonder Woman stuff, Wonder Girl, I haven't heard as much about this main story as I have about I think it's the Sensational Wonder Woman. I've heard that one has been pretty good. And then the Wonder Girl story has been good. But that takes us through the end of Lunar here. That is everything that is due today for retailers ordering from Lunar. That will take us over to the previews catalog, which we will start with Image Comics here. Chew issue number 7, the follow-up series of Chew, spelled Chew, with the sister of that Chew. This is, I think, the second issue of this story arc. It looks like we are going to France. Deep Beyond getting its trade paperback for volume number 1. And the Department of Truth hitting issue number 12, which should be wrapping up this story arc potentially. America was built on a lie that's never quite come true. The cracks in that idealistic vision have inspired dangerous people to do horrible things in the name of America that's never really existed. Hawk Harrison knows the genuine story of his country and is ready to give Cole Turner a history lesson. I love this cover. Martin Simmons' art has just been killing it throughout this whole story. We have a Casper Wingard variant here, which is pretty cool. And we have a cover C here from Aaron Campbell, which is pretty cool with the star-faced man there. It's interesting. We keep getting these variants with like the star-faced man and the lady in red, but we aren't really getting them in the story. So hopefully they come back. So yeah, hopefully they come back. Die issue number 19. We are getting very close to the end of Die. I need to catch up before it ends. I've got a lot of reading to do that, but I plan on catching up very soon. Stephanie Hahn's art on the interiors and this cover A here. Kieran Gillen writing this magical story in a D&D-like setting. And you can't miss this cover here. It's Jenny Frizen doing a cover for Die that is just phenomenal. Ice Cream Man is on to issue 25. They're calling it their 25th anniversary issue as a special bonus story. They're saying this is the perfect jumping on point to the book that CBR called Image's most unpredictable horror series. We have a crashing plane, it looks like here. Yeah. W. Maxwell Prince on the writing, Martin Morazzo and Chris O'Halloran on the art, with a cover B here by Zoe Thorogood with creepy ice cream serpent man thing. Also a cover C by Yuko Shimizu. And this is a $5 price tag book, probably because of the extra stuff going on in it. And with that, we also have a Martin Simmons variant, which that's perfect. He should be doing a variant for this. Great art as always. And there is a wraparound cover here as well by the interior artists showcasing a lot of different characters. Looks we got our clown here as well, which crossed over into Haha. So lots of cool characters that they've brought out through this story. Getting a little wraparound anniversary cover there. Let's see. Why do I have a thing for crashing airplane covers? I couldn't resist Silver City 1 variant either. Yeah, that's it's a very interesting cover interest there. I have 10 oh geez. 10 monitors. Wow. Philadelphia is on to issue number 16. I've heard nothing but great things about this story from Azores Tiger. He is big into this one with a cover B here. James O'Barr doing that art. We're about to have a lot of covers here. We got King Spawn, issue number 1. Sean Lewis and Todd McFarlane writing. Lots of different interior art, so we probably have multiple stories here. This cover A by Puppeteer Lee. Historical new ongoing Spawn series begins. The launch of this book, nearly 3 decades in the making, further expands the Spawn universe with a growing presence of hell, heaven, and heroes here on Earth. Classic villain from Spawn's past began asserting his powers on Earth by corrupting as many souls as possible, and only Spawn knows that he even exists. Continuing the dramatic battles from Spawn's universe number 1, this is where it all begins. Don't miss out. The last time a new ongoing Spawn series launched was 1992. So literally when Spawn started. Wow. So that is the cover A. We have a McFarlane cover B here. A David Finch cover C. We got so many covers here. Murphy doing cover. This is Murphy on cover D here. Forgot to change. It's not David Finch. Greg Capullo doing this one here. We got a cover F by Brett Booth. That one's pretty cool. And a cover G by Donnie Cates. So Donnie Cates doing the cover art here. That's interesting. His art's gotten a lot better than his first cover that he did for Venom. But yeah, let's see. That one got added late, it looks like, because the numbering's off. The numbering's off on a lot. So let's see if we have anything. There's got to be ratios in here somewhere. Where they are, I don't know. I don't know. Let's go over to Lead Comic Geek real quick. They probably can tell us. What we got going on here for ratios. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a 1 in 50 Greg Capullo black and white design variant. There's a 1 in 250 Todd McFarlane variant there. And I think that's it. So big ratios is what they went for. No 1 in 25s, 1 in 10s. Looks like 150 and 1 in 250 is what we got going on here. No, he's not an artist. Like that's not his main thing. He's more of a storyteller. But he has gotten better, I will say. Spawn is all cover buys. I never read a single issue. Oh man. The only time I've picked up Spawn, I think, was the tribute to Chadwick Boseman. I have not picked up Spawn otherwise. I hear I should read it, and I will one day, but I gotta slow down my other reading before I can take the time to catch up on Spawn. What's up, Kevin? What's going on, man? Good to see you here. Yeah. So that's the covers we got going on for King Spawn. We'll keep it moving through Image. We've got Made in Korea issue number 4 of 6. This has been getting creepier and creepier and crazier. And yeah, this is going dark places, it seems. It started out like it could have been a wholesome story, and then we got those twists that came in and made it not. And I'm digging it. Jeremy Holt, George Shaw on this one. We also have Sweet Paprika getting a second printing here with a cover by Mirka Andolfo, and issue number 2 also on Cutoff this week. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed issue number 1. Thought that this was a good start. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, but it was good. I got the Art Germ cover, so I might keep up with like not even getting cover A's, just kind of picking up interesting art. Like this one is the Guillaume March cover. I love Guillaume March's art, especially what he did with Carmen. So I'm probably between this one and this one. There is a Hickenbottom cover here and a Not Safe for Work Mirka cover here. But yeah, and then she had the cover A as well. So lots going on with the covers there. We got Gunslinger Spawn in the new previews book. Yeah, definitely. Gonna be a good one for you Spawn fans there. Let's see. Phil's diet comes straight from Soylent. And also we have Mom, Mother of Madness issue number 2 on the Cutoff this week. I believe each of these is oversized issues each time. I started out reading it, and they just, like, the way that they started the story, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna like this, but by the end, this was an amazing story. Amelia Clark's idea with Marguerite Bennett's writing and Layla Lays' art on the interiors was just phenomenal. Issue 2 of 3 on Cutoff with is this her superhero outfit, maybe? We've got a cover B for this by Tula Lote, who does some excellent art. I'm thinking for the rest of this, I'm going to stick to just one cover, but I did get the Jen Bartel cover last time because I had to, could not pass that one up. But yeah, we have a cover C here by Kat Ferris. What's going on, Professor? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. For me, it was just the first couple panels. There's too much like, this is who I am. Let me over explain it a little bit. And then once it got into the actual story, I was like, yes, I'm into this. Oblivion Song on to issue number 33 here. Robert Kirkman, Annalisa Leone, and Lorenzo De Felici on this. I'm not reading Oblivion Song, but it's Robert Kirkman, and some of his stories have been really good. It's just going to be a lot to catch up on. It's a probably wait for it to end for me. Jason Aaron, Alejandro Arbana on Old Guard Tales Through Time, issue 5 of 6. We're getting close to the end of this mini story of these different stories about the Old Guard, with a cover B here and a cover C with I feel like the cover C's, I don't know if they're supposed to connect or not, but they all have this same vibe of there's an action fight scene of lots of people flying everywhere. Good morning, afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in. Six Face Comics, welcome in. We've got Spawn issue number 321 also on here. So we got King Spawn and the ongoing Spawn on this. Todd McFarlane writing, Carlo Barberi on the art, Bjorn Barends on this awesome cover here. With a cover B by McFarlane that has not been revealed, and a cover C, Francesco Mattina. A new one from Image here, Saint Mercy, issue 1 of 4. It's a new miniseries by John Zur Platten and Attilio Rojo. Tale of vengeful retribution, pitting the Incan Empire against the American West, and features 2 strong, determined young women who must defy authority, ultimately embrace their destiny. These are from the writer of Jurassic World Evolution, The Chronicles of Riddick, Dark Athena, and Wanted Weapons of Fate. Comes a revenge tale that spans a millennia. So that's pretty cool sounding. Bringing in that Incan history there. There's a cover B here by Tony Parker. Let's see what else is going on. Pacific Standard Time has 22 minutes of morning left. Fair. I wasn't sure actually which time zone you were in, so that helps. So good morning to you. Good afternoon to everybody else that's not in Pacific time. We have Summoner's Legacy issue number 5. This was, I think, based off of a video game app, but it seems like it's continuing on the story here. It doesn't seem like it has a set end yet. So it's interesting that it's going strong. Siphon issue number 2 of 3. This was just planned for a mini series here. Patrick Meany, Moshen Ashraf, Jeff Edwards, and John Calise doing the work on this one. I really enjoyed issue number 1 of Siphon, and the whole concept of an EMT being able to take the pain from people and take it on himself is pretty cool. And then the fact that he can turn that pain back on other people, and that's how people want to use him as a weapon, and have been, seems like, trying to do that with the people that control this power for a very long time. So it's an interesting story. That Texas Blood issue number 9 going on here. This is part 3 of the second story arc with Chris Condon and Jacob Phillips creating this story. I hear this one is really good, and I did finally pick up an issue number 1 of this, I think. So I'm going to give that a read sometime soon and see if I want to catch up by trade. And then vinyl issue number 3 of 6. I really have been enjoying this. This has been creepy and excellent. The new characters brought in issue number 2 really brought into more of the chaos and craziness of Walter and his friends. And I can't wait to see where this story goes next. Let's see. Six Face was in Connecticut, but moved back to Seattle. Okay. Man. Damn. Glad to hear you're healing up a lot there. But it's also cool, gotten to change up scenery and all that too. Dark Horse Comics here, not too much this week. Far Cry Rite of Passage wrapping up here with issue 3 of 3. Pretty cool cover there. Of course, based on the Far Cry video game franchise. We got some trades in here, and we got Norse Mythology 2, issue number 3 of 6. Of course, based on Neil Gaiman's Norse Mythology, with writing also by P. Craig Russell and art by Mark Buckingham, and a cover by P. Craig Russell. But the cooler cover, I always dig these. This is the David Mack cover here. All of these have been just so cool. Really digging them. Let's see. Nope. All right. And then let's see. We got a trade paperback for She Could Fly, Volume 3, Christopher Cantwell story, Martin Morazzo on the art. I think that might be a reprint trade, because I don't think that's been coming out recently. And then we've got IDW books here. We've got lots of trades. Excuse me. We've got a Sonic the Hedgehog issue here, issue number 43, ongoing, and a cover B here, which actually kind of dig that cover B for Sonic. Not that I'm reading it, but if I was, I'd probably go for that one. And then a cover C 1 in 10 variant, which I almost thought he was giving them the finger, but he's pointing at himself. That would have been pretty funny if Sonic the Hedgehog was giving someone the finger. TMNT ongoing, issue number 120, Sophie Campbell writing. Still, I think Sophie Campbell's ending her run on TMNT soon. I don't know when exactly, though. But different art on the interior. Jody Nishimiji. I'm going to butcher that. And surprisingly, we already have the art for the Kevin Eastman cover B, which rarely happens this early. But that is cool that they got that in there. We have a 1 in 10 as always. JD Bryant doing this one. And I know people that are speculating always say, go for IDW 1 in 10s. This is actually pretty good art. And we've got Jenica here as well on the cover. So that's cool. Always cool to see the whole crew there. Okay. So She Could Fly, I'm assuming, is... okay, it's an original graphic novel. Never mind. That explains that. So I'm digging Christopher Cantwell's writing with the Blue Flame. So I might have to check out that series. And that concludes it. Okay. Pacific Northwest, the most beautiful part of the U.S., and has seen all of the continental U.S. now. Oh, that's nice. That's super cool. I really want to see more of the country, so it's always good to hear from people living all around. Never got to see Terrificon. Yeah. COVID's definitely not good for immunodeficiency. Welcome, Caroline. Yep. Yeah, he is writing the current Iron Man run, which I can't add more at the moment. I gotta cut some things so I can add things. Yeah, that's what I'm enjoying from him right now is Blue Flame. Yeah, I think this last one for TMNT I really liked. I'm not reading TMNT, but I appreciate the art on that cover. Let's see. So TM Nerdy's here. So we've got Beast Wars here. Transformers Beast Wars number 7. Fico Osio doing this cover. Eric Burnham writing and Winston Chan on the art. We have a cover B for this as well. Looks like Puri is doing the cover there. That's an interesting cover, kind of looking at themselves in that mirror there. And then we have a cover C1 in 10 by Gavin Guidry. Lots of white space there, but we can see the shape of some sort of beast spider, kind of, is what looks like they're going for there. There it is. I knew you'd like the Beast Wars here. What about this? I don't know if you're checking this one out or not. Transformers Shattered Glass, number 1 of 5. Danny Lore writing this. Guido Guidi on the art and Alex Milne on this cover here. Shattered Glass isn't your average Transformers tale. Shards is the story of the ongoing battle between the power-hungry Autobot autocrats and the freedom-fighting Decepticon laborers. Join Danny Lore in exploring this fractured alternate universe just before it shatters. In issue number 1, many kilocycles after the Cybertronian War has destroyed Earth, Blur, an evil Autobot seeker, hunts his newest bounty who holds a piece of information that could reignite the war. Cover B here by Dan Kana, and a 1 in 10 here by Sarah Petrie Duracker. Kind of not as hard of lines as I'd expect with like design of Transformers, but I kind of like that. This art is questionable in Beast Wars, but stories are fantastic. Cantwell's Hollywood ties combined with the first look deal Dark Horse has, She Could Fly might have potential. It's good to know. Was all of it original graphic novel? Was any of the first volume single issues? Let's see what you know there, Phil, about that story. I know you're a Cantwell fan. What's going on? Promiscuous Time Travelers here. Welcome. We're just wrapping up IDW here with Usagi Yojimbo Dragon Bellow Conspiracy issue 3 of 6 here by Stan Sakai. David Peterson doing this cover here. I don't think there's a ratio on this. There's not. We did DC already, so let's hit up Marvel now. What do we got going on? We got Alien issue number 6. It all comes crashing down. I don't know if this means that's the end of the story or not. Philip Kennedy Johnson writing, Salvador La Roca on the art, and Inhuck Lee doing this cover A. But it is the end of a story arc with issue 6 there. We do have a Salvador La Roca cover B here as well. I really love all of the covers for Alien, but I'm not reading the story. Let's see. So 2 minis with the original graphic novel closing it up. A tale about mental health done well. Okay. I am going to have to check that out. That sounds pretty interesting. Professor. Yeah, the Usagi, I think it was issue 20, second print with the new character. Just came out this last week. Let's see. Yeah, only 1 shift left. Let's see. We got cover C here by Lanil Francis Yu. Also, and then let's see what else we got. Jay Anacleto cover, which is going to be a ratio, which not really sure what's going on there. And that is it. That's probably like a 1 in 25. Amazing Fantasies on to issue number 2 with some sort of weird Spider-Man fighting a serpent underwater. Kari Andros is doing this. I took some of the heroes and brought them to this strange new land. World War II Cap, Teenage Spidey, and Spy School Black Widow soon discover that every paradise has its own cost, and eventually everyone must pay. So it's interesting. He's kind of just created this pocket world that he took people out of their storylines and brought them into this. I do love this variant here, though. This bringing back memories of the original Spidey story cartoons right there. Thanks, man. Yeah, this is it's. I feel like it's helpful for myself. One, but I know it helps other people just to have, just to talk about these books and bring them up. Let's see. Astros are saying Alien series is good. I have other stuff that's been better, but the ratio is sweet. I did not read Amazing Fantasy number 1. The story just didn't sound like something I wanted to read. But yeah, I did not pick it up. Professor Pog, all of the things. But he did read Amazing Fantasy 1 and enjoyed that one. There's also a cover C or whatever Momoko variant with Black Widow on the cover. That's pretty cool. I think if I did pick up this, I'd have to pick up that Spider-Man cover there. Let me see real quick. There should be a ratio hidden in here. Probably a 1 in 25. Felipe Masafera. That's got an Alex Ross vibe to it. That's awesome. All right. I see you. Yeah, it has some unintended effects in that you end up buying more than you probably intended, but you also don't miss the things that you enjoy. So there's a little bit of that. Vulture on this handbook variant for Amazing Spider-Man number 72. I got to get this. This is a silk cover for Amazing Spider-Man 72. In Huck Lee doing this as part of his series of Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month variants. I picked up, I think I picked up the Miss Marvel one also, or maybe I have that coming. But yeah, I can't skip this Silk one. Silk is amazing. But again, I'm not even reading Spider-Man, so unfortunately that's just a cover buy for me. I will be trying out Amazing Spider-Man again when the new series starts. It's going to suck to have 3 issues a month, but I am hopeful for the new team, so I'm all in for it. Perpetual Comics, what's going on, man? Long time. I keep missing your streams and all of your guys' streams. One of these days I'm going to catch them again, but it's good to see you in here, man. I know anytime you're in here, drop your picks for FOC this week. Love to hear it. Caroline's got that Silk on pre-order, of course. And speaking of Silk, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, we are doing our 750 subscriber giveaway. And there's a Silk Bartel variant that Caroline has in the mix of prizes. So be sure to check that out. Hang out with us 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We will be doing some giveaways. I've got White issue number 1 also in that giveaway. So if you haven't already, go over to the giveaway video and drop your comment in that. And we will get you entered into the giveaway. But here's the cover A by Mark Bagley for Spider-Man 72. We've got the Sinister War going on still, which will be wrapping up, I think, in 74. Avengers Annual issue number 1, Jed MacKay writing. Travel foreman Juan Ferreira on the art, and Federico Vincentini on this cover here with Cap and Iron Man. This is part of the Infinite Destinies event. This is the conclusion of the Infinite Fury backup story. So this is probably the conclusion of conclusion of Infinite Destinies. There is a cover that is part of the Ron Lim connecting variants here. And is that really all? Huh. Surprised. Usually there's at least one other. Oh, here it is. It is a variant here with Star and Spider-Man, which is they were in a tale. I think it was Spider-Man's version of the annual, and yes, that's probably a ratio variant there. See what's going on in the chat. In Huckley is another one of my favorite cover artists. He does such a good job. Phil's been loving the shows with Perpetual. I am definitely backlogged on YouTube videos. I can't keep up with everybody. I try to rotate through who's I'm watching just to show some support here and there, but there's so many people making videos, and I find finding time to catch all of them is really hard. So yeah, I'm gonna catch one of these soon. And I prefer catching when people are live. I like to catch it live to talk in the chat too. I did sell some books yesterday to Offset, and I got it. If anybody that's claimed things is in the chat right now, I'm going to be reviewing all of that after this today. I know there's a couple more people I got to get back to, so should be good. Work's supposed to pay me tomorrow. I told them I wasn't going to show up if they don't pay me, and they said, "Oh, don't worry, we'll pay you." So we'll see. Adam Hughes killing these covers, just killing these covers for Black Widow. Kelly Thompson, I've been hearing, has been writing a fantastic story for Black Widow also. And this is legacy issue number 50 for Black Widow. Her life is blowing up with her legacy issue here. Yeah, new deadly era here. Since it's issue 50, we're going to have a couple covers here. Mark Brooks on this awesome cover, and this one here by NetEase, part of the video game covers. Still looking badass even in a dress there. It's Black Widow. She's always got to look badass. Let's see. So Perpetual's going with Made in Korea 4, King Spawn #1, Ice Cream Man 25, and Dark Blood issue 2. So yeah, Made in Korea, I'm 100% with you, man. Absolutely. King Spawn, I'm not reading Spawn, but I see the reason for going for King Spawn 100%. And Ice Cream Man 25 being like that anniversary blowout kind of issue, and a jumping on point is what they're saying. I get it. And Dark Blood, Dark Blood #1 was excellent. So yeah, I'm with you, man. So that takes us through the Black Widow there. Let's just see if we've got a hidden ratio variant here. No ratios on that one, it looks like. But that takes us into a new Cable story. Cable Reloaded. Al Ewing writing this one. He's all over Marvel right now, Al Ewing. The big gun is back. It's a new era. It's a new in a new galaxy that's under siege from a deadly new threat, but you can still rely on one man. Cable is locked, loaded, and landing on the deadliest planet in X history to steal the ultimate weapon and stop the last annihilation. So I guess this is going to tie into the whole annihilation event that's coming up. Looks like it is, because he's working here with the X crew here. Yeah, the last annihilation event coming up, so this will be tying in with that. We do have a cover by Rob Liefeld for Deadpool's 30th anniversary. I swear I've seen this cover before. Like, legit, don't think this is a new cover by Liefeld. Could be wrong, but that looks suspiciously like some other covers he's done. Almost like he's just reusing art. Conan the Barbarian's on to issue number 24. Still going strong in the Marvel universe, which is so interesting that he's made it into there. Yeah, Mark Brooks cover is pretty badass as well. Yeah, now just wait for my sale post since I'm changing jobs. I won't get a paycheck for a few weeks. Yeah, always things going on, people to buy comics from in the community. So keep an eye out for that. Oh, here we go. Jeremy Holt, writer of Made in Korea, is on the Killer Comics Show on Thursday, 9 p.m. BST over on Geeky Guy Comics channel. Hopefully you can catch it and your viewers can give us a sub if they want. Yeah. Everyone who's watching and is not subscribed to Perpetual Comics, to Comic Deal, or to Geeky Guy Comics, or Phil's the Nerdyverse, or Scotch, what's Scott's Scott's Shelf? Scott's Comic Shelf? Scott's Shelf, I think. Go follow them, subscribe to them. I have some of them down in the description below, I believe. I don't remember if I have all of them. I need to, but yeah, they're great guys. They've got a great writer coming on their show, and that 9 p.m. BST is 4 p.m. Eastern time, according to Phil. And so that's why I miss these things. That's 3 p.m. my time, which means I will be at work, but I will have to catch that rewind because that sounds like a great guess. Yeah, that cover. A lot of Liefeld covers look alike and they don't resell. Team Nerdy was not a fan of Dark Blood. Yeah. Promiscuous Time Travelers hanging out about 30 minutes behind. So you literally are time traveling in right now. So that's awesome. You are sticking with your name. And when you see this later, yeah, it's like you'll just be time traveling some more. But appreciate you catching this. We have the volume 6 for Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky. This has been an excellent story. So if you aren't reading it or aren't fully caught up, need to read this last volume. This should be what, through 30? 26 through 32. Definitely. This is all the Elektra Daredevil story. So she still has the Daredevil costume, guys. It was not just a one-off. Just want to say that over and over because people were kind of shitting on it because they're like, it's just gonna be one-off. Dark Hawk, number 1 of 5. Kyle Higgins, the writer of Radiant Black, Ordinary Gods. I think he's doing something else too, but he is writing this Dark Hawk miniseries. Juanan Ramirez doing the interior art and Ivan Coelho doing this cover. Who is the all-new Dark Hawk? Connor Young is a 17-year-old basketball player with the world ahead of him until a surprising medical diagnosis changes everything. But what happens when a mysterious amulet finds him and gives him powers beyond belief? What will they do with these new abilities? Get on the ground floor as Kyle Higgins. Rise of Ultraman. That's the other one there. And Juanan Ramirez, who's doing Web of Venom, start a new era. I think I'm going to have to pick this up, at least issue number 1, and check it out. I'm digging what Kyle Higgins is doing on Radiant Black. So this is how you get me in. Bring in a writer that I'm enjoying. Let's see. There's a couple different covers there. There is the 87, 88. So there's probably an 86, which will be a ratio variant. A Laraz design variant. Usually the designs are 1 in 10. Let's see. This one here. Yeah, 1 in 10 Laraz design variant. There is a 1 in 25 Miko Swayan variant also, which is kind of cool. If I'm going to get a variant, though, the designs are always cool. There is a 1 in 50 Deodato Jr. hidden gem variant also. Yeah, No, that's cool. We got some good art here. Issue 2 is going to bring Spidey into the mix too, it looks like, which is funny because I think that's what happened in the original Darkhawk series. Issue 2 brought Spider-Man in. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to read issue number 1 at least and check it out. Let's see. Flash by Night, welcome in. Dark Blood, short and sweet like Beyond the Breach. Wish both of them were double issues. With the public, the restaurant I work on would be shut down. Let's see. Interesting comparison. Honestly, yeah, Kilgore's going to pass on Darkhawk. Yeah, I'm going to give it issue 1 a shot. I'm not going to add it to my pool list or anything. But I feel like giving it a shot. I always try to give some things a shot where I've already been kind of out of. And like I gave Extreme Carnage Alpha a shot and it did not impress me at all. It made me say no to everything that's going on with Extreme Carnage, though I would love to read about Riot and Phage and Scream and all of these symbiotes and pick up these Scotty Young covers. I'm burnt out on symbiotes. So that's Spidey getting confused by all of these different ones is interesting. But yeah, I'm not into the symbiotes right now. I just too much of it in the past. But these David Nakayama design variants are killer. So definitely keep an eye out for those. But that takes us into something really cool here. But let me check what's going on in the chat. Six Face loves Darkhawk, so he's going to get it. Might get the 1 in 50. What's going on? We got Dave Collects in the house. I'm with you, Kilgore. It's just burnout on it, which sucks because the writing team coming up for Venom is really cool. Al Ewing and Ram V. I'm hesitant. I'm probably going to pick up issue number 1 of that one just because I like the writing team. And if they hook me in, then I'm back on Venom. But we'll see what happens when that comes around. I'm not considering it until I see a little bit more about the story coming up. But this one, definitely something you don't want to miss here. We've got Marvel Voices Identity number 1. We have our, essentially the Marvel Voices Asian American Pacific Islander themed issue here. Jean Luen Yang and more, including the writer of Silk, Maureen Gu, who is writing a Silk story in here. As she told us on the Team Nerd Herd interview with her on Thursday. So if you haven't watched that, go check that out. Caroline and I were over on their channel hanging out with, let's see, who else was with us? JR and Alonzo were there. And then Lucy also was on there. And Jeff, Geek Driven, we were all hanging out with the Nerd Herd and Marine, talking about Silk, talking about other things. So go check that out. But we got stories about Shang-Chi, Miss Marvel, Jubilee, Silk, and Jimmy Woo. I am so in it for more stories about Silk and Miss Marvel. And Jubilee. Love to see some more just Jubilee-centric stories. Like I said, I tend away from the X-Men just because there's so many stories there, but there are characters in there that I do want to see more of individually. It looks like we're going to get Braun in this story with Silk as well. Looks like we got the Statue of Liberty. We also have, let's see, I don't know who this is with Jimmy Woo here. We got some crazy creatures. We got Miss Marvel. It looks like Red Dagger also in the mix here. I think that's who that one was. And then, oh, shoot, a Wave story. Okay, yeah, I'm sold. Well, this is a different kind of style here, but still sold on this one. $6 price tag. So it's just like the other ones. Got a lot of different stories in it. Let's see what's going on in the chat. You guys are popping now. We've got Something Wong in the house. What's going on? It was a really cool interview. I'm super happy that Alonzo reached out and asked us to join them on that interview. So much fun. She is amazing, and now I kind of want to go back and read her young adult books, even though I probably otherwise wouldn't. That's good. And Sheena's in the house. What's going on? Welcome in. Yeah. So thank you guys for hopping in. I know I did not create the link early, and so if you do have notifications on, you did not get notified when we were kicking off. But appreciate you guys hanging out. We got 18 of you guys hanging out here right now, so I appreciate that. Caroline saying Maureen was the coolest. Yeah, it was super awesome to get to do that. It's like we have all these guests on ourselves, but getting all these other ones, like there are so many awesome creators out there in the comic community that we'd love to get to interview and talk with, and so that just extra fun getting to be involved in that. Let's see. So just as a while you got a bunch of you in here, tomorrow, Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing our 750 subscriber giveaway. So be sure to drop a comment on that video to enter. Some prizes will be given away just based off of that, and some will be given based off of people dropping comments in the live chat. So just want to remind you guys about that. I will post about that later today as well as a reminder, and then another reminder tomorrow. But we do have this In-Huk Lee cover here as well for Shang-Chi, which is freaking amazing. His art has been killing it on these covers. We have a Mashal Ahmed variant here, including the current Giant Man. I'm not actually sure who all these characters are. Miss Marvel here. I want to say she is from Captain Britain in the MI13 story. I don't know if she's been back. If that's the person I think it is, because she has Excalibur, if I'm not mistaken. We also have a Ryan Gonzalez cover featuring Jubilee. We've got Silk, Miss Marvel, Hazmat, Brawn, and I'm not sure who that is actually. And then a Peach Momoko cover here for Nico from the Runaways, another group of characters that I really don't know enough about and would love to read more of. Let's see what else we got going on here. We got PSA, save a monitor, gently tap the like button. Or if you prefer, you could tickle the thumbs up. Let's see. Oh boy. People are making moves on that button. 9 p.m. Eastern, so it'll be 10 p.m. for you, neighbor to the north. Yeah, so it'll be 10 p.m. Eastern. So you should be done moving by then, right? Hopefully you're not moving stuff at 10 p.m. I hope you get to take a break there. But moving on, we got Nonstop Spider-Man issue number 4 here. David Finch killing this cover. Joe Kelly writing, Chris Bocciolo on the interior arts. I liked issue number 1. We've got Baron Zemo in this issue. I didn't continue it because I was trying to cut things out a little bit. But yeah, it was great. It was nonstop action, and that was really enjoyable. We have an annual for Spider-Man Life Story, which we thought was done. Special encore return to the world of Spider-Man Life Story by Chip Zdarsky, Mark Bagley, and a cover by Chip Zdarsky. Spider-Man, he's a threat, he's a menace, and J. Jonah Jameson will do whatever it takes to make the world see it. But this companion piece to last year's hit miniseries, will the decades of his obsession bear fruit for Jonah or be his destruction? So it looks like they're telling the story through J. Jonah Jameson's eyes. I did read this story and really enjoyed it. We have a Mark Bagley cover here as well. Let's see if they throw in a ratio for the annual. They do, a John Romita Jr. variant right there. Let's see. Whoop. Nudge the thumbs up. Yep. Google says 10 p.m. That is right on the dot. And we have Spine Ticks. We got Sith Lordly in the house here. Let's see. Oh boy. Let's see. All right, we've got more coming up here. We got Star Wars, Darth Vader number 15. This is the cover A here by Aaron Cooter, Greg Pak writing, and Rafael Ineko on the interior arts. Looks like our assassin here, Ochi of Bastoon, is going to be here as well as Vader's most loyal agent during the War of the Bounty Hunters. We have the Wanted poster by David Nakayama here for Kira, which is interesting. I haven't been reading what's going on, but I'm intrigued if she's in this. Because isn't that Emilia Clarke's character from Solo? Or from... Maybe I'm mixing... Might be mixing things up, but I think that was who that character was. Chris Sprouse doing this Lucasfilm 50th anniversary here with Darth Maul and Darth Sidious on the cover. And then we have Dr. Aphra number 13 with a Sprouse Lucasfilm variant here with Jango and Boba Fett. Dr. Aphra Nakayama variant here for Wanted poster. Her looking at her own Wanted poster. And the regular cover for Dr. Aphra number 13. Looks like they're facing off with Darth Vader. Let's see. Catching up on the chat here. Oh boy. What's going on in here? Oh, he literally changed his name to Perpetual Beanbags. Oh, okay. It happened. Yeah. Alrighty. The chat has gone crazy. You guys look like you're having fun, though. Strange Academy number 12. Scotty Young writing, Humberto Ramos on the art. This is wrapping up the second arc, and it seems like pausing the series. I'll bring up here Strange Academy in the current catalog has no more issues coming up, no 13, but the catalog will have this issue. Strange Academy presents the death of Doctor Strange number 1. So we are seemingly getting a break from Strange Academy with what's going on with Doctor Strange's death. Hopefully we return to Strange Academy. I will pick this up though because it is following these characters still. But we do have also... Yeah, I know you already got Dr. Aphra pre-ordered. We have a Dr. Voodoo Art Adams cover here, which actually that reminds me, 44, 45, 46. Is there a... There's got to be a 1 in 25, no? Seems like there's been 1 in 25s for Dr. Aphra. Let's see. What did I say? It was 13. No 1 in 25s. Okay. I guess they kind of stopped doing those around 11, 20, 10. 10 was the last one. Yeah, 10 was the last one. So no 1 in 25s for Dr. Aphra. Oh man. I still find it funny that you actually subscribe to Perpetual Beanbags. Oh no. This is funny. All right. Yeah, so Strange Academy says the end of the second arc, which suggests is coming back. Yeah. So that we've got this Death of Doctor Strange coming up, but then I think it'll come back into doing a third arc after that, but we'll see. Yeah, they've got 3 regular covers. They've had 3, and I think they'll continue to have 3 regular covers for a little bit. I am very intrigued about what's going to happen next with this crew, because these are some great characters. I hope they don't just kind of stop Strange Academy and don't continue with it, but I think it's been popular enough that we aren't seeing the end of that. So let's see what's coming up. Also, Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads number 2 of 5. Peter David, Greg Land. Spider-Man trapped in the Crossroads dimension with the rampaging Hulk. Black Cat must find her man Spidey with the help of a certain Sorcerer Supreme. Doctor Strange getting involved with Spider-Man yet again. It seems like that's a theme going through the Marvel books right now, based on what's happening in the MCU as well. We got Thor issue 16, Loki here in the background, Thor versus Odin, I think. Revelations part 2 of 3. Donny Cates still on this one so far. Doesn't seem like he's stopping Thor anytime soon. What is this? Rob Liefeld, don't draw Thor, please. That's all I'm going to say there. Thor also is getting a Momoko anime variant with Beta Ray Bill, which not the biggest fan of that one either. There's also a Natiz Marvel Games variant here, which got, of course, the anime, like the game style here. It's kind of older style of these characters too, which is interesting. Let's check one thing out here. There is a Klein 1 in 25 variant as well. Thor getting crushed by his own hammer. Is this like don't search for hairy old fat guy? Magneto kills Doctor Strange in addition to Scarlet Witch. Is that? I'm not reading Shadow Doctor. I read issue 1. I thought it was good, but the story style was not my style. But like, it's a quality story, and the story itself was cool. Like, I love that this is a real story that happened, and it's probably slightly embellished for the comic, but I love that. Scotty Young's been doing a lot of work. Yeah, he's got his own series coming out this week. The Me You Love in the Dark. Do not search beanbag boxing. Oh my god. I have an abnormal amount of Marvel books on my pickup list. Let's see. I don't think that's going to happen, is it? Or she was cast for something, right? We just don't know what. I think it's probably more likely to be like Spider-Woman or something. I can't remember, though. I've kind of not been paying attention to some of that news. Let's see what else we got. We got the United States of Captain America number 3 of 5. This time, let's see. We've got aid by Joe Gomez, the Kickapoo tribe's own Captain America. But there's more to the thief's agenda than meets the eye. Are the 3 Caps headed straight into a trap, and do they have any other choice? That's cover A. We have a design variant here by, let's see, David Cutler, who's doing the interior art with Dale Eaglesham. And let's see, we've probably got a ratio. I feel like they've been doing ratios on these. Verege ratio, which that is perfect. Yeah, for the Native American Captain America, we should have the Native American artist doing some art on that, and that's perfect. Yes, Secret Invasion. Oh yeah, so she could be a Skrull. She could be Spider-Woman, who turns out to be a Skrull. Oh geez. Yeah, no, I don't want to tell you my numbers then. Let's just say that I could pick up 14 to 20 books in a week. So I need to cut that down. Yeah. Yeah, the role's not announced, but yeah, I do remember it was Secret Invasion was what they were saying she was cast for. Oh, dude, that'd be awesome. But I don't think she's the right fit for Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Nah, not quite. I've cut back on a lot of the extra ratios, the extra covers, unless it's like one of my favorite characters or favorite artists. So it really limits I haven't even been picking up Something Is Killing the Children 1 in 25s because I haven't liked the art on them. But we have Winter Guard issue number 1 here. Ryan Cady writing, art by Jan Balzadua. Jeez, I butchered that one. And Tony Infante on the cover art here, though. Of course, makes sense that they're bringing the Winter Guard out. They're coming for the White Widow and the Red Guardian. It makes sense since we've been talking about this with movie rumors. You know, future, is there going to be a Winter Guard story? We got a Ken Lashley cover here. And a Ted Knock headshot variant. And then we should have a ratio here, which is Kim Jacinto showing the Red Guard here, all of them. I think I remember this character being introduced. I can't remember what the storyline was, but the Red Guard was in it. Maybe it was in the Avengers storyline, I believe. Somewhere around 10 to 15 or so, somewhere around there. 60 plus titles a month. Many miniseries are ending soon. Yeah, I've got Silk, which is ending this week. That I'll be taking off my list. There's a couple others that are getting real close. There's one that I'm just straight up pulling off my list. Shadow Service, I think the arc just ended, so it's on hiatus. So I've got several that have been coming off the list recently. I live in a refrigerator box and insulate it with bad spec. 14 books on pool for this FOC. Yeah, it might be about where I'm at, give or take a few. But that takes us into our last book here, Wolverine number 15. I've been hearing such good things about the story. You see is just freaking destroyed Wolverine here, who's just his skeleton. Adam Kubert doing the art, Ben Percy on the story. And of course we gotta have a Jubilee cover here. Come on. Look at that. Iniokli killing it again on this cover. There is a ratio in here. Gerardo Zaffino, killer Wolverine foaming at the mouth cover there. Oof. Can't go wrong. That takes us out of Marvel into Dynamite, where we've got Deja Thoris versus John Carter of Mars, issue number 2, where you got a lot of covers as always. Sonya Versal number 7. Again, a lot of covers. Is that Jay Lee? Jay Lee and June Chung on this cover. Jay Lee does some great covers. This is just okay. After Sonya Versal, we got Vampirella number 23. Taking up a lot of covers again there. So that takes us out of that into Boom. What's up? Rod is in the house. Welcome in, Rod. Thanks for stopping by. Do you got a shout out show coming up after this? Let me know. Let the people know in the chat. Yeah. I'm working on cutting some back. I just got to sit and just look at my list and think about what I want to get rid of. Boom Studios, we got Buffy the Vampire trade paperback, Dark Blood #1 going to a third printing, which looked like it was just a variation of the cover A art for first print. But we do have issue 2 here. LaToya Morgan, again, of course, she is the writer. She was also part of, I think, the writing team for The Walking Dead. Walt Barna on the art and Valentine Delandro on this cover here. I'm very intrigued by this. It's a cool start to the story. We do have a Junie Ba cover B again, just like with issue #1. We will have a 1 in 10, which is a black and white of the cover A, which cover B here, though, by Taran Clark. I kind of wish there was less white in the background, but pretty badass cover there. And then that's it. Probably a 1 per store will pop in there too. Who knows? Dune, House of Atreides, #9 of 12. This one's still going strong. I'm not reading it because I haven't read Dune originally, but this is an awesome cover by Christian Ward. I still got to read Dune. It's sitting by my bed to read and it hasn't happened. A Virgin 1 in 25 for Dune, House of Atreides, #9, which is the cover A, just Virgin cover. And then a 1 in 50, which is a Virgin of the Christian Ward cover. And that wraps that up right there. After Dune, we've got Firefly. So let's see what else we got going on. 4 Eastern, Just Rican in his comics. So coming up in about 27 minutes, we'll be doing his shout out show, open invite if anybody wants to hop on. I'm with you, Kilgore. I try to cut back and then I add stuff. Yeah. I really, if I didn't like my store, I would do that more. But yeah, I would end up with more books. Need to cut the cover buying out. Yep. Let's see. Oh, God. Jesus. Yeah, no, that's not cool. Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. I got one that hit issue 2 this last week that I decided I'm not kind of into, but not into enough to continue. So I'm cutting it. And then variants, I'm working on it. It's got to be the best to be picked up. So Firefly issue 32 here as well. Art by Bengal here on the cover. Cover A, and then cover B by Kai Carpenter. I really wish I had the bandwidth to be reading Firefly because I loved the show and I loved the movie. Well, I mean, parts of it. One part, Leaf on a Wind, did not like. But, you know, that is Firefly there for Boom. We'll move into a great series from Matthew Ehrman and Stefano Simeone. Good Luck, issue #3 of 5 here. Jorge Corona on the cover art. And got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? The concept that they've brought in of these other gods is just, these other gods of luck is really intriguing to me. Got a cool Casper Wingard 1 in 25 variant here. And we have, that's it. So just a cover A and a 1 in 25 for Good Luck issue #3. But again, like, yeah, I've cut back on variants. I can't go down that route going further. Pretty much Quick Exclusive got more into ratios. That's my thing there. Kilgore mostly did that. Very occasionally, I will still pick up a exclusive, but yes, this is absolutely correct. And every time I hear that people didn't like Firefly when it was on TV, I tell them you watched it in the wrong order. But yeah, Fox screwed over Firefly, and you will not change my opinion on that. They played it in the wrong order, and that's why the ratings sucked, and that's why it has a cult following now, because people have watched it in the right order. Anyways, we will move on from that. That 1 in 25 for Good Luck is amazingly gorgeous. Lucky Devil is going to be a great book. Yeah. Cullen Bunn is just everywhere, and he's not doing anything bad, which is crazy. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of Parasomnia, so I dropped it, but it wasn't like it was a bad story. It just wasn't a story for me. Once in Future is back here with issue number 19. Karen Gillan, Dan Mora telling their story. This alternate Arthurian legend story. I am so far behind on this. I've only read volume 1, just like with Die, and we're both issue number 19 right now with both of those series, and they're both Karen Gillan. Need to catch up, but I have all the issues, and it's going to happen here very soon. That also takes us into another number 19. Something is Killing the Children. I'm not the biggest fan of this cover A. Werther Deladera trying something different here. I guess this maybe represents what's going to be happening with Erica in the initiation ceremony. I love the story that's going on now. I love this cover way more than the cover A. So the ratios hadn't been catching me. I really hadn't been liking the ratios for Something is Killing the Children, but this one gets me. Danny Luckert on the 1 in 25 here. Kind of the progression of Erica from a kid to, the initiate to her as the monster hunter later on. Let's see. Exclusives have to be absolute fire, super low print for me to get it. I hear you there. Parasomnia was in my top 5 worst books this year. Yeah. It's one of the few I've dropped after issue number 1. So I kind of with you there, man. Let's see. Yeah, Karen Gillan can do no wrong. I'm with you there. Can you timestamp beanbags? Let's see. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I dig this 1 in 25. So this might be one of those times where I'm like, yes, I will pick up a 1 in 25 because wow. The last couple for that, not feeling it. 25th getting a trade paperback. I read issue 1 and I liked it. I think I got the digitals for the others and I haven't gotten to read them yet, and I feel bad about that. But it was a great issue 1, so pick up the trade paperback. It's from Source Point Press. Allison Leatherland, issue number 5 from Black Mask here. I don't know if this is an ongoing or planned for a certain number of issues or not, but kind of sounds like we're headed to an ending here. They're talking about building a happy ending. Let's see. No, Mom was not in the top 5 worst, but yeah, Parasomnia was. Yeah, I agree with that statement, but I liked it. The first, like I said, the first couple pages, I was like, I didn't like the storytelling, the way it was going, and then we hit more into the story and the action and things that were going on, and I loved it. But yeah, the covers are great, and the story is great too. Yeah, and it's great social commentary on stuff. I don't think it's like Caroline said, it's not designed for the typical male comic audience, but it's great. Barbaric issue number 3. this is always top read of the week when it comes out. This is fantastic. We got a barbarian forced to be killing morally with his talking axe because he's cursed. Talking axe gets drunk on blood and maybe makes less moral decisions. We've got a necromantic witch who pulls weapons off of her from her tattoos. Like, fuck. This is such a good story. Michael Morecki writing an amazing story. Nathan Gooden on the art. Just, you should be reading Barbaric if you're not. Let's see. Yeah, Jen Bartel's beautiful. Yeah, so that is the cover A. We have a cover B by Josh Hickson again, but no art revealed yet. And we have a black bag variant by Tim Seeley, but no art revealed on that as well. I don't know if they're planning ratios or not for this one. Does not appear so unless they added one later. No. So, okay. So cover A, cover B, cover C. I think this is where I need to stop buying the extra covers for this since there's no cover art, I'm going to skip them. If I like it when I see it in the shop, I'll pick it up. We have something new from American Mythology Productions, Beyond the Farthest Star, #1. Sci-fi adventure that lies beyond the farthest star in this canonical continuation of Edgar Rice Burroughs' classic novel. Okay, so if you are familiar with Edgar Rice Burroughs' novel Beyond the Farthest Star in his universe, this is something you might want to pick up to continue the story. A couple different covers here for that one as well. We also have Blade Runner 2029 here, issue number 7 of that. Blade Runner 2019 was the winner of the 2020 Scribe Award for Best Graphic Novel. So people are loving this storytelling here. Let's see. It's got the Eternal Liver. Colin Bunn on Eden was amazing. His release this week, I really liked. Geez, I am blanking on the story right now. The Last Book You'll Ever Read. Really enjoyed that. I'm enjoying Basilisk. There's something else I'm reading from him. Oh, Phantom on the Scan is amazing. But yeah, Eden as a one-shot was great. Really loved that. So also here we got, so that was Vault Barbaric. We got another Vault book. The Blue Flame #4, Christopher Cantwell writing, Kurt Michael Russell, Adam Gorham on the arts. This is, I think what we're getting is this kind of like psychological piece of Sam getting injured as a vigilante and Blue Flame being that like outlet in his mind. I'm waiting to see them specifically connect these storylines, but I am digging what Cantwell's doing with this and how psychologically everything that happened is affecting Sam. So this is definitely a very good kind of mental health story as well. We were just talking about his other story that's from Dark Horse being about that topic, and I think this is hitting that as well here with his entire vigilante crew getting killed, he himself being very debilitated, and his sister having to come in and help. Let's see what else is going on in here. Bone Parish and The Unsound by Colin Bunn. Yeah, I've heard real good things about Bone Parish. I think, didn't Bone Parish get turned into a movie, or is going to be? Let's see what else we got. Boston Metaphysical Society Spirit of Rebellion one-shot. I think, didn't we just have Boston Metaphysical Society one-shot come out? So maybe this is a follow-up, but I don't know why then it wasn't a issue 1, issue 2. But I think we just had that in a one-shot. That is coming from Source Point Press, who used to not really be on Final Order Cutoff and has made it on here now. I will say the current previews catalog that just dropped, and the physical one should be in shops Wednesday, I believe, does have Behemoth Comics now in its own section, kind of like Vault and Aftershock get, and that means they'll be on Final Order Cutoff for these books that are in the catalog now. So they'll be popping up in here probably in a month or so, and we'll be talking about them because it's even better now that we get those last looks. But again, look through your previews catalog and check them out. I'm trying to stay up on that and do some videos again this month for those with you guys, but we'll see if I get to go through all of them. I missed getting through some of them. I think I didn't get to Aftershock this last time. But Aftershock books are on FOC, so no worries there. Let's see. Checking out the After Dark one shot by Colin Bunn. Okay, Bone Parish was optioned. Is that one already been on FOC? There was a one shot recently that was on FOC. I don't remember if it was Colin Bunn doing it or not, though. Let's see. What else we got here? Claim trade paperback. This one, a story from Source Point Press that the guys at New Spec Outlaws really were enjoying and telling people to buy. Looks pretty interesting. They're saying it's kind of got a Kanto vibe to it, but I haven't gotten to check that one out. What else we got? Cult of Dracula, issue number 6 of 6, ending the story here. Endings are never as expected. Don't miss this final issue of the fan favorite, critically acclaimed miniseries. I haven't heard that it's a fan favorite or critically acclaimed. Not to be mean, but I did read issue 1 and wasn't sold on it. But the Shannon Mayer covers all were excellent on the cover B there. And then Darling. So we got a lot of Source Point Press on this. Cult of Dracula is Darling is Source Point Press. I read issue number 1 and 2 of this. It's a good story. I'm not sure if I am going to continue it just because, again, I'm reading a lot, but I just read issue 1 and 2 just to check it out, see what people were talking about. And it's a very important story that's being told here about addiction, and definitely worth checking out if you are looking for that kind of a story. There's a cover B for this as well. Let's see. Those are Dynamic Forces. Everfrost issue number 3 from Ryan Lindsay and Sammy Cavella. I've been really digging this. It's obviously got a lot going on and a lot of sci-fi elements that are more complicated. I definitely need to give both issues a second read through of it, but I'm really enjoying it. You definitely issue 2 took away some characters that I didn't think would be killed, and I mean it's good. It's one that I am always looking forward to, and it's good to see these kind of books coming from Black Mask and getting their name back out there again. What else is going on here in the chat? Okay. Aftershock, Girls of Dimension 13. I think this should wrap it up here with issue number 5. Graham Nolan and Brett Blevins on this story. I think I read issue number 1 of this one and I didn't get to continue it. We got a Gold Digger coloring book, okay, from Antarctic Press. And from a Blaze Gung Ho Anger issue number 4. Benjamin von Eckertsberg, Thomas von Kumant, and Daniel Clark on this one. Lots of covers. The Gung Ho series kind of keeps doing different arcs, which has been good, but I'm not reading it at all. I love the covers that they have every time, though. Horizon Zero Dawn Liberation. This is the second Horizon Zero Dawn series here, with the second issue of this one here, with a Justine Franny cover here, which is phenomenal. I really wish I was reading that, so I would pick that up. I did read like issue 1 and maybe 2 of the first series. I haven't played the game, but that makes me want to play the game. But yeah, lots of covers here. As always, we do have a trade paperback here for Horror Comics Black and White. Various artists, writer Marcelo Bondi, and a cover here by Brian Denham. Let's see. Living Corpse Relics #2 from the Encore edition from American Mythology Productions. Let's see. Money Shot #14 from Vault Comics. Tim Seeley, Sarah Beatty on the writing. Caroline Leigh Lane doing the art. And I'm betting there's a black bag variant here by... looks like also by the artist. It does not say specifically. And then we got a Valiant book here. Ninjak #2 is here. David Nakayama on the cover A for this. Couple different variants here. A Walsh cover. Is this Michael Walsh? Yes. Michael Walsh variant there. And then some Aftershock books wrapping up here. Colin Bunn. This is another one of his stories that I've been digging. Phantom on the Scan, issue #5. Mark Torres doing some awesome art on this one. And I think this should be the last issue. On this one. So then it should be collected in a trade in about 2 months or so. And another Aftershock book wrapping up probably in this issue. If they don't turn into ongoings, I can't see that Phantom on the Scan would be ongoing. But I haven't been reading Project Patron, so I don't know if it possibly could be an ongoing. But usually Aftershock will do 5-issue arcs, maybe 6. So should be wrapping up there. And then from AWA Upshot, Resistance Uprising issue #5. This one's planned for a 6-issue arc. And again, this is a follow-up to the original Resistance series, which is also the universe that Erratic and Moths is written in. So definitely something that I'm intrigued to check out at some point. But not picking up currently. Let's see. We've got a issue 2 from Source Point Press, Runes. Ivan, not going to pronounce that last name. During a patrol in the clearing around Fern, Angus Durak argues animatedly with Iona about the problematic situation. I think this is set in like a Norse kind of setting there. Yeah, Moths has been really good. The realistic art is sometimes really cool and then sometimes really offsetting. I go back and forth on like when I look at it. Seven Swords is on to issue #3. Swashbucklers take to the high sea, and Dardigan is grudgingly forced to play captain in his motley crew of swordmasters. Excuse me. This one, I'm dropping it after issue #2. I kind of like it, but not enough to continue reading. I want to like it more than I do, just based off of the premise of all these swords. Yeah, I assume that's the art, the realistic art there. Silver City issue #4. This one's been fantastic. I love what's going on here. Olivia Cortero Briggs had a dream, and that's kind of what started the story. But issue 4, I believe this one's planned for 5 issues as well. A lot of coloring books. A new one from Source Point Press, Suicide Jockeys, issue number 1. Ryland Grant writing and Iwan Joko Triono doing art. Edson Ferreira doing cover and Davy Leon Diaz doing interior and cover art. 10 years after a catastrophic mission gone wrong, Denver Wallace, the leader of the Suicide Jockeys, a poor, usually drunken, almost certainly mentally ill crew of monster-fighting, tank and aircraft piloting suckers, must pick himself up off the proverbial and literal floors, slap his estranged, desperately fractured team back together, and right what once went wrong. From screenwriter, Ringo Award-winning comic creator Ryland Grant. Sounds kind of intriguing, but again, I'm trying not to add too many things right now, so I think I will be passing on that one. We have a cover B here, which is homaging something, but I'm not sure what. Came home to a moth the size of my hand on the front door once in Florida. Oops. That is a big moth. American Mythology Productions, a 1 of 3 issue here. Techno Freak. John Charles, Barry May, Mike Carey writing, John Charles doing cover art, and Tom Newell doing interior and cover art. London 3026 is the setting. Cybernetic implants have altered John Sherlock's consciousness and gives him the ability to hack into electronic systems. Okay. Move on from that one. Touching Evil number 16 from Source Point Press, and then a kind of thrown in here one. We Live number 4 went to second printing, just kind of snuck in there. It is just a color splash version of the first printing for We Live, but not. I mean, it's an important issue, but not. Not a. It's not the first issue. It's not the issue where they all turn into, spoiler alert, if you haven't read We Live, they kind of turn into superheroes at the end. Yeah, it's a cool cover there. Yeah, that takes us through the Final Order Cutoff here. Let me see. I don't think there's anything else there I want to talk about. But again, let me bring up the link to our video for you guys to enter. Shareable link. So here is the link to the video where you can go and enter to win any of those books that we're talking about in that video, plus some more prizes in the live chat. It's going to be great tomorrow night. 750 subscriber giveaway. We're getting close to 800 right now. I think it was 789 before I started this show. So go check that out. We'll be live at 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night to do the giveaway. And then we are working on setting up an interview, possibly Thursday this week. We'll let you guys know tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll have that figured out. If not, it'll be next week. Barbaric is banging. I can see Barbaric is excellent. I want to see this turn into something bigger, different mediums, all that kind of thing. Promiscuous Time Traveler started reading Engine Word based on Caroline's recommendation. She recommended that one. I read issue number 1, and now I got to read the rest. She's obsessed with it. The Axe is my favorite thing in comics right now. Yeah, I love the Axe. I love the Necromancer. She is fantastic. I am going to be trying to work my way through Engine Word soon. I keep saying that about a lot of things. I got to catch up on Die. I got to catch up on Once and Future. All of these things. So got a ways to go. But I will get through all of those here soon. almost there, almost 800. But thank you. We are 11 shy of 800, so it'll happen soon. But no rush. We'll get to that. We'll get to 1K one day. Spine Ticks is killing it. You're like a couple short of 1K right now, I believe. Getting pretty close. So if you guys are watching and somehow aren't subscribed to Spine Ticks, go subscribe. Give them some love. Get them up. They're at 963. So coming up real close on that 1K. And let's see. Your 20 YouTube accounts. Oh God. You only have like 5, maybe 4, 6. Yeah, if somehow you guys aren't subscribed to Spine Ticks, I know a lot of you are people who were watching last night and then come into the chat in the morning. But go subscribe to them. They do live shows every Saturday night, real late. So East Coast, it might be a little late, but West Coast, still early for you guys. Always catch those rewinds and kind of find some of that good stuff that they're talking about. But yeah, that is it. Down in the description below, links to, we got a website, we've got a Twitch that's also streaming this right now. So if your Twitch is more your thing, feel free to go check that out. We have linked to shirts or other products with the logo on it for You Promised Me Comics. This logo right here, that one. So go check out all of that down below. Those links are there. And thanks everybody for watching this. We'll see you guys tomorrow night to do the giveaway show. So thanks again, and collect what you guys love. We'll let's end this on
FOC.
See you guys.